This thing wants to hit 270 so bad. It's insane. It wants to weigh exactly like Bradley Martin. This is a big week ahead, guys. Plank told me to tell you that this week, it might be go time this week. This upcoming week, bro, the Fed rate decision is Wednesday. Trump's deadline approaching of the supposed China deal before the implementation of that 100% tariff. I think this is the make or break point. You got to stay skeptical big time, because you got all these guys who are literally talking their bags, like Tom Lee for Ethereum and Michael Saylor for Bitcoin. For months and months, they kept spouting off, oh, we're going to see a $250,000 Bitcoin by December. They're either saying that because they know something, or they're saying that because they want to pump their bags. It seems like all the catalysts are definitely lining up. Don't get me wrong. I want the catalysts to go off, because, yet again, we're going to go through some shit today. When this government is back in session, officially, I think it's go time for those ETFs, and that might be the move, because it's this rate decision, and then we don't get one till December. JP Morgan, all the big guys are claiming that we're going to get 3 this year, so that'll be up to 3, whether he goes aggressive and gives us a 50-point cut, which I don't think so. But here we go. President Trump says he may announce a new Federal Reserve chair by the end of the year to replace Jerome Powell. Get him out. Get him out. We're all sick of him. Sick of seeing Young Jay's face. Now, Binance, this was interesting. One stage, Michael Saylor, Brad Garlinghouse, Raoul Paul, and CZ the criminal. Dude, they might all be criminals. Who knows, bro? Nah, Brad's the dad, bro. Come on now. Michael Saylor, though, the chairman at strategy at the Coca-Cola Arena. Yo, we got to get these guys in bare knuckle boxing. You kidding me? We all throw up some crypto money. That would be the best way to promote. They do something with UFC, and it's like, then they collab with Polymarket and this and that, and then we all have like some sort of blockchain pool, like from Ready Player One, that we can all fucking win if we bet right. My money's on Brad. You kidding me? You kidding me? Brad versus Michael Saylor. Let me know in the comments who you think would win in a bare knuckle boxing match. I think we all got our XRP. I would bet my entire XRP net worth on Brad winning against Michael Saylor. Send this to Brad. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, comment. Helps out the channel. So we got David Schwartz from GuitarJams.com on October 26, 2017. I love the archive of you can have what people say. Oh man, especially in times like this when we're doing some investigative journalism type shit. Ripple's business model is to spend money in a way that allows the company to get maximum value for its stash of XRP. This is not a secret. I think everyone in this space, I don't know, man, this tribalism between the Bitcoin guys and whatever, it's just such a waste of time. It's fun. It's fun because it's performative. No wonder why like people do with that engagement bait shit. It is fun, don't get me wrong. But we're all fighting about semantics. They're sitting on. The question becomes, is the escrow pre-allocated to people, or is majority actually theirs? That's the big question. I think that might be the biggest secret of all time. What was that? Was that my keyboard? If that is pre-allocated, they cannot let that secret get out. That's what I'm thinking. Once that secret gets out and we find out these supposed Amazon deals are true or whatever, and then all the haters point to, oh, they have 1,700 NDAs. What has ever come of it? This and that. They like point to it as if it's like an argument for them in the Bitcoin sense or whatever. But I mean, they're real. You think they're just gonna run around doing 1,700 NDAs for all bullshit? For all bullshit, really? Even if we said 5% of those 1,700 NDAs are actual like pretty banger moves, slapping your thing on the table. I don't know, man. I don't think just me personally, my brain doesn't comprehend to, those 1,700 NDAs, they're such bullshit. It doesn't mean anything. Doesn't mean anything? I don't know. I don't know about that. Jim Cramer says the market will explode if interest rates go lower. And then this is what I mean. I keep grounding myself that things are going to go down and like opposite of that chart, because when he says shit like that, it comes true. He is a talking puppet every time. Why would this time be any different? I really do believe he's up to no good. Dude, this was huge news. Look at this. We're collaborating with Citi to build the future of payments, exploring making it easier for city clients to use digital assets, unlocking the power of stablecoins for payments, improving on and off ramps, time to make digital assets an integral part of the global economy. That's a big move. That's a big move. And then I liked what this guy said in reply, because that's exactly what I'm thinking. Brad. Your move, Brad. It's your move, Brad. We're still not touching that 270. It wants to get there. This is... What is their move? Because you know it's coming. It'd be pretty legit. Bank of America. XRPL. That'd be a pretty baller move, dude. Senator Bitcoin Maxi Loomis previously outlined the expected timeline for federal crypto legislation, noting that the crypto market structure bill could become law by Thanksgiving or Christmas. Let's see what she says.
Big area of focus, crypto regulation, and last month was a huge month for crypto regulation, with the House passing 3 crypto-related bills. One of those bills, the Genius Act stablecoin regulation bill, was signed into law. So we got our first piece of crypto legislation signed into law, many calling it a watershed moment. How would you categorize it, and what does it signal to the country related to crypto and its priorities for crypto regulation?
Well, we're finally embracing
all I heard was
President Trump's goal of having the United States remaining the digital asset capital of the world. We shouldn't be ceding that role to the United Arab Emirates or to Singapore. Even
just saying, Brad was over there not too long ago making money moves with that UAE.
Japan, which is notoriously cautious, has a more robust digital asset regulatory framework than we do, because they're starting to embrace innovation.
Yes,
and
they are.
It's very important the United States retain that role. So Wyoming has led. Because Wyoming led, I had
led in what, though?
Embedded statutory framework that Wyoming passed to move into Washington. So we've adapted it to Washington regulatory dominance in commodities and securities, and we're moving forward for it. So we did.
What'd you do?
We did stablecoins first. The Genius Act passed. It's now law.
It did.
And that provided the momentum we needed to do market structure. So the House passed a market structure bill. It's called the Clarity Act. We in the Senate are going to mark up in the Senate Banking Committee a market structure bill in September. The Ag Committee will do theirs in October, because they've got the commodities jurisdiction. The Senate Banking Committee has the securities jurisdiction. Then we'll fold them together with Clarity and hopefully get this across the finish line by Thanksgiving or at the latest Christmas.
Okay, or the latest Christmas. When has anything ever in the government ever run smooth or efficient? Name me one time. It was supposed to be done October. They were promising October. That's what's frustrating about this industry and being this early, is like things just take so long. They really do, but patience will pay. I know it in my bones. Patience always will pay. Yeah, just Thanksgiving or Christmas. Okay, just say next year then at some point. That's what I'm assuming. I'm assuming sometime in Q1 2026 this happens. Maybe I'm too pessimistic. I thought this was a good post. Hold up. The entire U.S. economy right now is 7 companies sending $1 trillion fake dollars back and forth to each other. And then he put Michael Burry or Christian Bale. Here we go. More banger news, dude. Western Union is piloting... Oh, I might want to show you. Western Union is piloting stablecoin settlement rails to speed up cross-border payments and cut reliance on SWIFT. CEO Devin McGanahan, we see stablecoins as an opportunity, not a threat. Yeah, no shit, because if you don't embrace it, you guys are going to be obsolete. Crazy. There was a hit piece written about Ripple in XRP the other day, right after the Ripple Prime news, give or take. And it was some dude talking shit from AOL. I didn't cover that because I forgot. I don't even know if I started the channel at that point. Dude, from AOL, the guy's talking shit. You kidding me? Ripple's at the front talking to the people that matter. Who the hell are you from AOL? What the hell are you? Ugh, morons. Still not 270. I don't mean to keep us on the edge of our seat for 270. I will say though, once this shit starts kicking off, which I think we are soon, I hope, we'll be doing some parties at certain milestones for this price, bro. Stay tuned. Hit that like, subscribe. Okay. So yet again, this week is huge. China foreign minister says President Xi Jinping and President Trump respect each other. I mean, we already kind of like figured that to an extent, even if they don't truly. I mean, I don't know, man. They're both running shit. I think there's a mutual level of like, you do your thing, I'll do my thing, but you know, don't get too dicey on either side. Oh, this was I didn't even know what to think of this one. It's this dude. He featured in one of my videos. Like we were reading his tweet, and I was like, what the fuck is this guy saying? Because he's a Bitcoin maxi. I'm the Bitcoin guy. 10 years of financial industry. All right, crazy dude. All right. If you have never sent a Bitcoin transaction, your opinion on Bitcoin's future as money doesn't matter. Let's try to digest this logic a little bit right now. This is my first time reading it. I scroll through first thing in the morning, bing, 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 just saying anything that could be interesting. Okay. If you've never sent a Bitcoin transaction, your opinion on Bitcoin's future as money doesn't matter. Okay. So you could probably say that statement to the billions of people who have never sent it as money because it's still so not even close to being mainstream. And now they moved the goalpost yet again. Bitcoin, no, it's digital gold. Oh, now it's digital commoditized energy. There's all these like wacky fucking goalpost things to make this seem legit. And I don't know, man. What are you talking about? Like, it's so inefficient. It's Lightning Network that even, it's all a mess. It's all a mess. Like, it's not going to be used for peer-to-peer. I truly, in my heart, think they're trying to do Federal Reserve, the next iteration of it. It's much more complex this time. And I think Bitcoin was the trial. And then I think they learned the mistakes and the holes of Bitcoin, and they deployed these fucking big tech guys who have all these connections with each other to go essentially create it, the upgraded version of it. And I think it's XRP. I know people get so triggered when you say that, but that's what it seems like. Like, I look at the lens through this whole industry and shit through that. I look at it through, if we look back in the history textbooks, like how we look back at how the Federal Reserve was established, what would the next iteration of it be? Because they're not going to let that go. Like, are we for real? Doesn't mean Bitcoin as like a, because that's one of its other, they say its value propositions is that it's truly, get this guy out of my face, it's truly decentralized. But so is XRP, and people say that it's not because, oh, they own so much of it. They don't own majority. Granted, they own a lot, but I don't know, man. I don't know. It could be pre-allocated, and people say, oh, because it's connected to the CBDCs and the banks and everything, and it's like, they own Bitcoin too. It's just not as like in your face. They don't own majority. It's more power efficient. The consensus mechanism is way more energy efficient and cost saving. You'd think big energy is pro Bitcoin because it's something that eats a shit ton of energy. So I don't know, look into some connections with that big energy companies and GPU companies, like, hey, we like Bitcoin because it boosts our bottom line. Seems like a coincidence. The energy guys always win. Always. So Eric Trump, what was he saying? What was he flapping his gums about again? Dude, he looks like, I'm not even being rude, because I'm not even being rude. Watch the recent Smile and Friends episode with the Mole Man, and it looks like him. He goes, do you like my penis? He's talking to him and Charlie, and they're like, oh, what? What are you talking about? Oh, I didn't even see it, man.
On an industry that supports the entire industry in the crypto industry. And I think, for a very long time, and it's gotten so much better over the last 18 months, but for a long time, the industry was factionated where, if you were a Bitcoin guy, you were only a Bitcoin guy. If you're an ETH person, you were only an ETH person. If you believed in stablecoins, you only believed in stablecoins. If you wanted meme coins, you only believed in meme coins, and everything else was junk. And I think for the first time, you've got real maturity in this industry where you have people who are, putting on a nice shirt, speaking articulately at conferences, and supporting the entire ecosystem. You know, you might have your own preferences, you might have your own visions, you might have your own beliefs in who's going to win the race, but there's no question that we're all in this race together. And the better everybody does, you know, the better it is for ultimately the industry. I want an industry that supports the entire industry.
Oh, is he talking again? Okay. Yeah, I agree with that. It's just I don't know, man. I mean, I'm not going to be able to call it like I see it. I don't know. You know, I think the top two projects, they seem, yet again, I'm trying to think of it from a practical lens of, yet again, look at the internet era. It's like the first to market guys or things or platforms, whatever, usually don't make, sometimes they do, but I think better technology comes around in some of these instances. I think the big guys are in the back pockets of some of them. And then DAI is saying, here's your problem, Eric. The maximalism problem is the whack jobs leading the Bitcoin movement. You won't be seeing Brad Garlinghouse saying things like this. Just come to XRP Las Vegas and watch how fast the Bitcoin maxis turn on you. I dare you. Yeah, he won't do that. He can't even utter the words fucking Ripple, even though they're well aware. They're in their donor stuff now. That I was surprised to actually see their name pop up for all the big tech guys paying for the new White House ballroom. I was surprised. I was like, yo, they're getting in there. They're getting in there. What was Matt Kai? I don't even really know who Max Kaiser is. I know his name and I know that he's a Bitcoin maxi. That's not a rab. Oh, wait. Let's read the first one. James Wynn. I've spent the last 24 hours going down the rabbit hole XRP. I've decided to invest. That's not a rabbit hole. That's a glory hole. And that's Brad Garlinghouse's pecker. Okay. That's what I mean. Like, I can't even devote time to that. It's so moronic. What's next? Just in, U.S. Department of Energy announces a $1 billion partnership with AMD to build 2 supercomputers. The energy guys run it all. I mean, there's so many different people that run it all, but who's actually the guy that runs it all, dude? Who is the James Bond? Not the James Bond. The enemy of James Bond, dude. What's his name? Some more good news. U.S. and China reach early agreement on key issues following successful talks. Okay, Scott Bessent, they said something. He met with one of the China's top guys. He's like, yeah, it went good. I hope it did go well, bro. I hope no bullshit happens. I really do, because this is it. If this is the case, if we drop that rate cut mixed with boom, China, because he's doing like the tour right now, like One Direction. He went to Malaysia. They kissed his toes because it's Malaysia. Of course, they're gonna kiss his toes. Not that that means anything, but you know what I'm saying. Like on the mineral deals, whatever. Now he's going to Japan. Japan's been cozy with him. They're going to strike some shit too that'll probably be good for the market. And then boom, what a way to finish it off. The most like successful world tour ever. Like that's what he cares about. That would be the move. Guys, I got a lot more stories. We're going to move into the Minutemen Patreon. If you want to join the Minutemen, the subdivision of this XRP army, you can do that by clicking the link in the description below. I'm going through a bunch more stories, dude. I'm getting hyped now. The caffeine's hitting my veins. I want to go through this old clip of Michael Saylor up here with Scottie Pippen. And Scottie Pippen basically goes, oh yeah, I met Satoshi in 1993. And Saylor's face, he's like, he saw fucking Bin Laden come back from the grave. He was like, what did you say? And it's so bizarre that you could poke so many holes in that. Join the Patreon. I'll see you over there. Appreciate you. If not, hit that like, comment, subscribe. Support the YouTube channel. All right, let's go. I'm hyped.